It's an interesting building.
Yani geniş olmasına geniş. Sadece teknik kemani değiştirdi.
Spotting this store, I thought I'd go in and look at their sticks and umbrellas. Appropriate day to do that. A lightweight seat stick. God, do I love the idea of that in some of these places today.
There we are, that's that.
To my left is the Tottenham Court Road Station, the tube station for the British Museum, or at least probably the closest one, and some interesting buildings. New Oxford Road is down there. And there's the Burger King building, which is interesting, old funky place. Somewhat Egyptian motif. Giant escalators, or people movers, if you will. And some of these routes you have to cross from one, walk from one to another line underground. And this is one of those. Sometimes there's the devices, sometimes it's just walk and climb stairs and go downstairs. This is as steep as it looks. If you require any further help or information, please ask the staff or pick up a link. is Marble Arch at Hyde Park. We came around this corner on the cruise trip. My guess is that the Ranter's Corner is over there. I vaguely recall our guide referencing us to the left. And in fact, we came around this corner, not the corner where the Marble Arch was, which is right directly behind me. So I think I go down to the tube again and exit out a different exit. Of course, there's the American Embassy. Now there's Marble Arch, so you can see that I'm now on the inside corner of Hyde Park or Speaker's Corner at this point. And I came here via the tube has a passageway underneath that street. And notice there's a place for people to ride their horses. Those who not only have the luxury to own a car, but have the luxury to own a horse and a car. I suppose they own both. There are several places for people to speak. Having got up at 11 o'clock this morning, being exhausted from yesterday's double trip to the British Museum, I think I'm well rested for the rhetoric. Now I gather from watching there are several rules to the game. One, bring your own soapbox. Make sure it's not a soapbox and a hell of a lot higher if you want anybody to see you. But even if they see you, make sure you have a flag. That one is the Jewish flag, it appears to be, or Israeli flag. And then make sure you have a message that is compelling. Apparently this fellow does not. On the other hand, the cowboy does. Whatever it is, we'll have to go see.
He doesn't ask us to sell our soul to him. The fact is, he has paid the price.
I think God easily has the most advocates, although from very different perspectives, I imagine. This looks to be the Da Vinci Code debate.
Well, no, by the front line types like him. No, the fact of the matter is that many parts of the world you try to kill me. Yeah. You only live well, you're living in the Western society. You're bound to raise your level of consciousness to toleration. Is the world. Americans haven't got a patch on it. They haven't got a patch. Even that God exists.
So we got 3 out of 4 in favor of God, or at least advocating for him. I think we're now up to 4 out of 5 are advocating for God. This is a debate on who is an English person.
I mean, you come from the same area.
No, she's from Yorkshire.
The term English comes from the Angles. The Saxons are not English, the Saxons.
Well, come away to the different kind, right? Where it takes, tits or whatever.
The British Museum on the road, small road to it, off of New Oxford Street, was a bookstore that specialized in socialist books.
Our followers are people who don't know where they're going. So we don't know where we're going. So it's hard.
Beyond those trees, I think, is the long water or the Serpentine. And these lawn chairs that you see are apparently placed here in stacks by the British, the London government, for the use of anyone. United States. And you? Oh yeah, we're about Jackson Hole, Wyoming, up in the mountains there. when I first arrived about half an hour ago, that man with the cowboy hat had the crowd. Now the crowd has shifted to this black man. And he seems like theater.
It's just like Iraq, because now we're living in an age of colonial imperialism, where the Western governments determine who our leaders shall be. That's why the West are doing Hamas. Civil war in Palestine now, my friend. Civil war. Hamas against Fatah. How is it?
Getting a little bit of excitement as we start to talk about Iraq and Palestine.
The last time why is that important? God did the interim prime minister. Why is that the way? He was in Iraq. You are right. 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 The party was not.
God certainly dominates here in one form or another.
Another crime. That is a bit. Then it will tell you, crime has its elements. It has the scene of crime. Americans laid wasteland of my country, Iraq. They laid.
These are not obvious and not easy to get to. Settled now in my own little chair. That's the speaker's corner over there, attracting more and more people as nothing else, a form of entertainment. The flying rats abound everywhere. And I've located the toilets, so I feel reasonably safe and comfortable.
You have skeletons, so let's just use skeletons. If we evolved from monkeys, there would be thousands of skeletons all over the world that show the process from man, half man, quarter man, eventually all the way to monkeys. But you know what? They haven't even found one. So Darwin was right to say, yes, there is a problem with my theory, because it was only a theory. But yet, you tell us we're brainwashed because we read our Quran, because we listen to his habitats and so forth. I want to ask you something. You have more cells are accident. Yeah, everything is an accident. And we believe it, yes? And the people talk about democracy. And democracy, we live in a free West. And we want to civilize all these Muslim worlds. Really? I haven't been practicing Islam all my life. As I said, I converted to Islam. But the government fools you to thinking you're free and thinking that you have a freedom of choice. You don't live in a democracy. Not that I agree with Dr. democracy. I'll go into that afterwards. But you don't live in a democracy. Because in a democracy, what the majority of people
These are kind of splinter discussions that occur just between a few people, whether precipitated by the larger audience speakers, I don't know.
Humans make morality. When a human being makes morality, there is no Give an example. This is what when humans without the Bible, what you get is Hitler, you get Stalin, you get terrorists, you get Genghis Khan. That's his morality.
Are they zealots or are they egos?
Human morality is
If it's religion, they're at least zealots. Probably egos.
It's not universal in Hinduism, it's not universal in Buddhism, it's not universal. No, that's what I'm saying, it's a caste system. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. In Hinduism and Buddhism, it's for the clergy. Like, you know,
Here another man has replaced the first, or at least has been given the right to speak from the pulpit.
I like oranges, he likes bananas. And Adam eats apples.
So the Bible says that everybody has fallen short of the glory of God, you know, and that means that that means that we're all in the same.
As I listen to what to me is just same old drivel I've heard for 50 years, the benefits of this is that people have a right to say what they want. The audience respects it. It probably is a vehicle for siphoning off a small amount of the tensions that exist in some people. Had they not this environment, perhaps, or this venue to vent, perhaps they would vent in more horrific ways. But that may be a wrong theory. It may be quite the opposite. This might inspire them. I don't know. And lastly, it's a good form of entertainment on a Sunday afternoon. The temptation is so great to ridicule. Yet the purpose and the tradition is what's so critical.
Hey, but the Jesus Christ.
The lone voice in the crowd. And now even more alone. Does he simply wait for someone to inquire what he wishes to speak about?